What up, Straight Gang? What's good with y'all? So, real quickly, I just want to share some knowledge that I gained through experimentation. For those of y'all that don't know, and if you don't care why you're watching this video, I switched over from 1084 to 8670 from Pop's Knife Supply, right? First things first, shout out to Pop's Knife Supply, one of the best suppliers of materials, equipment, so on and so forth, etc. I believe they're located in Braselton, Georgia. So if you need anything like that, if you want to get into knife making, you won't find a bigger wealth of knowledge and equipment and materials like Pop's Knife Supply, okay? They don't pay me to say this. They don't pay me to talk about this. They don't pay me at all. But they're really, really phenomenally good people. And it's a phenomenally good company, okay? So, all right. I've been experimenting with the heat treating a lot, right? And this is what I've learned, okay? So, first things first, I heat treat in my forge, okay? My propane forge that I made myself, I'll show it later. I heat treat in that, okay? Reason B, can't afford a oven right now, can't afford a kiln right now. So I use what I gotta do, okay? Don't ever let lack of equipment stop you from doing what you wanna do. It's always possible, okay? So, now that's out of the way, always heat treating in total darkness, okay? That can be me covering up my windows, or that can be heat treating at night, okay? But I always heat treat in total darkness. I heat treat by color. That way it's easy for me to correctly tell what color everything is. I'll do a whole video on heat treating by color later. But yeah, so that's first thing. Two, always preheat my oil. Preheat oil, I really don't feel like does anything as far as like the heat treat, but it does keep the oil from breaking down as much, right? And me, I'm using peanut oil for everything. But if you're using like expensive oils like Parks 50 or some other kind of quenchant, that can start to cost. So let's break down what I do, okay? So first things first, right? Step number one is I normally put it through one normalization cycle. Now, Pop's 8670 is shipped annealed as far as I know. So this normalization cycle might not be exactly necessary, but I do feel like it helps refine that grain structure within that steel, especially if you've been forging. Two, I normally give it a subcritical quench, okay? So I give it one normalization cycle, and then I give it one more cycle where I allow it to get kind of like a cherry red heat, and then I give it another quench. This I feel like further aligns the crystalline structure whenever I'm forging, and allows better martensite to form. Next is time for the hardening quench, okay? For the hardening quench, typically I try to get it to a kind of a salmon orange-ish color, but I'll allow it a 60-second hold, okay? The reason I give it that 60-second hold, not so much for anything inside the metal, but to be sure that I have one consistent heat going across the entire blade, right? Because forging heat treating in a forge, a lot of times can cause like those kind of shadows where it's like hot all around the blade, but then cool right in the center or something like that. So I normally turn off the forge and allow the residual heat to bring everything to constant temperature, and I let that sit for about 60 seconds. After that, I quench. Like I said, I typically use peanut oil, but I've also experimented with water with Epsom salt in it. And water is still not ideal. It doesn't, I feel, give me the best quench, but it will work, right? So like I take a good amount of Epsom salt and I stir it up in water, and that's what I quench it in, okay? Then finally I take it and I throw it in my oven at 375, just a regular kitchen oven. And I normally do two 1.5 hour cycles. And that has gotten me results of about 65-ish Rockwell, give or take. I'd have to check again, it's been a while. But I've done a lot of knives this way, and I've yet to have anybody complain, or anybody really even been able to break anything. In fact, some of the blades that I've like taken and done like heavy testing for, they've been heat treated this way because it can cover a lot of your high carbon steels. It just seems to shine more with this 8670. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, or DM me, or contact me in whichever way is available to you. And I'd love to talk about it. If you know anything that maybe I don't know, feel free to let's talk about it. Okay, I can learn from anybody. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. I'll holler at y'all later. Straight to the point, gang gang.